let's take a look at our progress on fabricating cylinders here. All right, so that brass piece I was looking at, I was able to mount it, and it does operate. But we're missing a little something. I'll show you what. So here's the real one. And he should be mostly quartered, yeah. All right, now, let's see if I can get you in here. We got to get down here by the side and have a look from the side. Okay. So right there, goes in the cylinder, no problem. And that piece there slides back and forth on those two arms. I already forgot what you guys told me that thing is called. But take a look right here. Right here, this little guy right there. See, he's in this little holder here? Zoom in on that. Okay. This top cylinder here's got a little bracket that holds this rod up. There. Holds them up. Kind of important. Now let's take a look at what we were working on here. Right now, I don't have the bottom piece on here, so it's kind of hard to hold it in quarter real well. You see how that guy's going up and down right there? That arm right there. He's not supposed to go up and down. He's supposed to stay up here a little bit. And then he's supposed to operate. He doesn't need a lot of play when he's working. He kind of stays up here. Just needs a little bit of play, but mostly he stays up. So I was trying to think of what I could do to get him to stay up. So I took, because you know these boxes don't go here, obviously. One of you guys point out right away that this is way too old, and it is not the correct. It doesn't look like that one. It doesn't look like this yet. But since we've got an operating cylinder on the bottom there, we'll make him look more like the other one. So I took here a couple of little plastic pipe and I notched them. See, I got a notch in there. And I was thinking, well, maybe if I put that on there. First I was going to make it like a cup, but I couldn't get it to operate the way I wanted it to operate. It'd bind up a little bit. So I said, well, I could probably reverse it and it would be okay. And I could set them down on top here. And I was hoping that rod with the nut on the end of it would stay in, because remember, it's round with a notch, and that should leave a little tiny shelf, but it's not big enough. Or I mean, it's too big. And that's the smallest notch I can reasonably make with a piece of plastic pipe like this. So I cut him length and he'd be sitting in there like that. And then I attach him on there. See how he goes up and down? He shouldn't do that. He should stay in one place. And only the rod should move a little bit up and down. And if I don't bind him up, this guy hangs a little bit too long. If I don't bind him up, maybe he'd stay. But he actually doesn't, because that notch doesn't hold them up. So what I am thinking is, we'll add our cylinder piece here, and then we'll make this set of cylinders. We'll do something to make it look a lot more like that one. So it's not totally obvious. This is completely the wrong part. What I am thinking is, if I was to add an arm right here that would hold that guy up, that might work for operating purposes. That might do the trick. If I could make something that was strong enough just to hold this guy up, then he would just sit on a little rod here and paint it up. It would be difficult to see it unless you got right up to it and actually looked to see what you were looking at. I'm very surprised that this brass cylinder here does as good a job as it does. It's a nice part. It really does work nicely. And we haven't put any, we're only going to use a pinhead, not even a pinhead, of air tool oil on each of the operating pieces. Just a pinhead. Because remember, air tool oil doesn't wear out. And then it protects and preserves it. There's a little squeak in there because it's not lubed at all. That'll take care of that. And then we'll be good. But I'm thinking that we're going to go ahead. We're going to find a way. We want to hold this guy up. And we might put an arm here that just holds him up a little bit. That way he doesn't drop down. Because if he drops down too low, you can easily catch on, part of the track. Something like that. But anyways, how did I do this guy? What I did, as you can see, I took, there's a plastic beam right here. Runs all the way back to the spot where I need to screw it in right there. Just like on the back here, you can see the one that's made out of Bakelite. It runs in there just like that, and then all I had to do is drill a hole, tap it, and put a screw in it. And our cylinders are on there nicely. And this is where the platform is going to be. Remember, this is the part. This is the part of the locomotive where there's a platform here that rides on that guy. So you're not going to see a bunch of the. You won't be able to directly look at how it was constructed once we got it all together. But so far, we're looking pretty good to at least have a good set of operating drivers. And that's some good progress. All right, now when I figure out that part, we'll be back with the next one.